So we could look at a question at something like find the equation of the line. We know two of the points that the line passes through, let's say 2, 4, and 5, 11. And the first thing we're going to want, our goal is to find the equation. So let's make sure we're clear on that. And to find the equation of the line, we need to find both parameters. So M is a parameter and B is a parameter, and these are the things we're trying to solve for. Now you probably remember M represents slope. I just have to say, I think I'm exceptionally good at drawing with my mouse. I'm proud of it. I've practiced hard. So M is the slope, and you may remember that slope is change in Y over change in X. So one strategy that was suggested that will definitely work is if we identify our 2 points and put them in order. So one strategy that was suggested that will definitely work, and there are many valid ones, but we could call this point 1 and this point 2, and then this would be our x1, this would be our y1, this would be our x2, and this would be our y2. And then the change in y is the difference between the y values. So that's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So now I take the things I've identified and I plug them in, and I'll have 11 minus 4 over 5 minus 2. Nick, at the moment you're sharing a blank screen. I don't know if you mean to do that or not. So then I can do my calculations here. I have 7 over 3, and now I've found the slope. That was one of the things I needed. So step 1 was to find the slope, and all of that was in this blue font. Okay, so we found the slope, and it is 7/3, and that is the M that we needed. Next step is to find the y-intercept, which is this B value. And there are different ways that you can do this. So one way that definitely works, and you're welcome to use it if you know it and like it, is you can use slope-intercept form. However, I'm going to show a different way. We'll do slope-intercept form another time. But now remember, yesterday, we already know how to solve the equation of a line if we know the point and we know the slope. And we actually have 2 points. So we have an embarrassment of riches. We have options. So let's pick one of our 2 points. Which point do y'all want to use?
2, 4.
Okay, so we're choosing to use the point 2, 4. And what do I do now? Well, one option is I can say, well, there are 4 pieces of information here. I know 3 of them. I know an X value here at 2 and a Y value here at 4. And I've already figured out that M was 7/3. So now if I plug this into my equation, what I end up with is 4 equals 7/3 times 2 plus B. And so solving this out, I need to solve for B. So the next step will be to subtract whatever B is hanging around with that we don't like. So I'm going to do 4 minus, and you could simplify this to 14/3 if you wanted to. And so that cancels. And now I have B is 4 minus 14/3. That was the B value I needed. So that's nice. So now I've found the slope and I've found the y-intercept. And those are the 2 things I needed. So now I have the equation of the line. So the final answer for the equation of the line will be y equals 7/3 x plus, and now we need to figure out what this could simplify to, or we can leave it as 4 minus 14/3. It's at the moment, I'm not too concerned about it, as long as I realize this is one number. All right, so someone told me that this is -2/3, so I'm going to take that and simplify it, or I'm going to take that and put it in, and now I can have the final form that looks a little bit nicer, which is instead of writing this 4 minus 14/3, it does look nicer, I agree, to write instead y equals 7/3 x minus 2/3.